game that his dad or grandpop were great pit masters, but encountering the profound, savory smokiness of barbecued meat was love at first whiff. The many camping trips Weber spent with his childhood Boy Scout troop sparked a deep interest in live fire cooking. Weber has since dedicated his life to understanding wood fire seasoning and smoke as they combine in culinary alchemy to make up the great tradition of American barbecue. He applies lessons of this classic cuisine to modern cooking vessels and techniques of barbecue today. Weber's story is about learning, teaching, and training barbecue and presenting the delicious combinations of these flavors at their very best. So Jack, welcome.
Thank you very much.
We're glad to have you today.
I'm happy to be here. What a great place. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, what a wonderful place. I live in Charleston, South Carolina, the pig capital of the world. If you haven't been by the booth over here at Kraft Foods yet, we have a whole hog on display over there. It is absolutely gorgeous. We're serving pulled pork out, and of course we're serving pulled pork out with sauce, because without sauce, pulled pork is just roast pork. Why would you want to have just roast pork when you have these beautiful sauces? I'm the pitmaster of Kraft Foods, when I'm not knocking stuff off my table. And of course at Kraft, we're not about pork, we're about sauce. That's what we do at Kraft. We make a lot of different kinds of sauces. I'm charged with you call it the task of bringing people back to sauce, bringing people back to Kraft Foods. Kraft barbecue sauce has been in the kitchens forever. It was in my grandmother's pantry, probably my great-grandmother's pantry. Why was that sauce in the pantry? Because it's authentic. It brings authentic barbecue flavors to the plate. While I was growing up and going through my sauce education, if you want to call it that, I found that I was doing nothing when I was making sauces but making a certain base sauce. It had usually tomato in it. It had some molasses in it, some garlic, maybe some honey as a sweetener, and the sweeteners are all interchangeable. Could be brown sugar, could be molasses, could be honey, could be regular white table sugar, could be this new thing out now, they're called Demerara sugar, and there's even a better sweetener out there, just regular old corn syrup or cane syrup. In Charleston, we use a lot of pure cane syrup because the cane plantations were big in that area, so we use a lot of that. It's just sauces are kind of an indigenous thing, what's going on in the areas. Of course, in South Carolina, I'm lucky because all the sauces are in the state. In the western half of the state, you have the tomato sauces, and in the eastern half of the state, you have the vinegar sauces. Up around the Piedmont area, they have a Piedmont sauce. That's that hot vinegar sauce that you normally find maybe on the coast of North Carolina as well, but North Carolina calls them dips, they don't call them sauces. So sauce is kind of a complicated thing, right? Everybody's got a different sauce. In the central South Carolina where the Germans settled, we have the mustard sauces, and they're big there too. Mustard sauce is a great sauce, but it usually has to be sweetened up a little bit for it to be really, really good for our palates and what we want to do. So Kraft has kind of asked me to take barbecue sauce, Kraft original barbecue sauce, and do what we call extension sauces. Extension sauces are all about taking a good base sauce, which is Kraft original, and adding things to it. Sometimes they call them plus sauces, +1, +2, +3, +4. I'm limited to +4, which means I can only take this sauce and add 4 ingredients to it. The trick is, when I designed my pulled pork sauce about 5 years ago, was to make a +4 sauce that could be a true competition-winning sauce. And we did it. We took some Kraft original barbecue sauce, added cranberry juice, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, some pure cane syrup, salt and pepper, which I consider to be 1 instead of 2 ingredients. And lo and behold, we came up with a sauce that really started killing it with the judges. They just were eating it up. It's called Jack Weber's pulled pork sauce, or if you really want to call it what it is, it's the Pitmaster's Choice sauce, and it's doing very, very well in the competition circuit. The idea is that you can take this sauce right here with this sauce right here, add it to your inventory. Everything on here is mise en place, very common in a restaurant, hotel, wherever you are, common ingredients, and have championship quality barbecue in your restaurant using this kind of a sauce. So we did this Carolina, or this pulled pork, Pitmaster's Choice pulled pork sauce, and it did very well. So they said, hey, why don't we make some more sauces? Why don't we do this some more? So what I'm going to do is just give a little bit of a demonstration of how easy this is. Kraft Original Barbecue Sauce, and we deal in parts. So we're using, in this particular demonstration, equal parts of the sauce. So we take our Kraft Original Barbecue Sauce and just go ahead and add it right to our bowl. Not a big deal. And if you don't have the big bottle, you can buy the small bottle. The cool thing about Kraft barbecue sauce, and I bought this bottle, I can't fly with it. I'm like I said, from Charleston. I flew in. They won't let you fly with barbecue sauce, believe it or not, in your suitcase these days. For some reason, that barbecue sauce is a security hazard, and I'm good with that. Whatever they want to do. This is $2. The smaller bottle is only $1, but it doesn't make the small bottle doesn't make a great demonstration.
Only gallons. Only gallons.
Only gallons. We're doing gallons. So we got 1 part Kraft barbecue sauce, and all we're going to do in this particular demonstration, we're going to make a rib glaze, and we're going to make a raspberry rib glaze. So we're going to add equal parts. Anybody have an idea what this might be? How about raspberry Crystal Light? What a great idea. This is raspberry ice Crystal Light. So all I'm going to do is add it to the bottle because I want to have equal parts. And in we go. We're going to shake it up good because, well, it's a whole lot easier to get this stuff out of here when it's a clean bottle. We want to throw a clean bottle away. Oh, there's my gallon of sauce. And we're going to dump an equal portion of raspberry Crystal Light right in here. And what it's going to do is it's going to give us a little bit of a thinner sauce. And Kraft barbecue sauce is thick as it is. And then we're going to mix it up real good. It doesn't need heat. Give it a good solid whisking. And what we're going to do is, what we have done is we've changed the Kraft barbecue sauce, gave it a raspberry flavor to it. And you can use anything you want. If you want to do something on chicken, maybe use lemonade. If you want to do something on fish, well, maybe you want to use the lemonade on that too. That does sound good. And this is what's called a +1 extension sauce. How easy is that? Very simple. So one of the other things we like to do in the barbecue world is heat stuff up. I'm going to put this over here next to the pulled pork so you can all taste it over there. It's a great sauce. It'd be wonderful for ribs. Ribs seem to go great with raspberry. If you really want to go ahead and juice it up a little bit, get some stuff called chipotles and adobo, and you'll have, well, lo and behold, raspberry chipotle sauce. How hard is that? So we go ahead and add our part here, and then we're just going to go ahead and add the whole bottle. I'm not even going to bother putting that in there, of some kind of a hot sauce. Now I'm using this particular hot sauce right here only because there's a big enough bottle on the shelf. But you can change the attitude or the profile of your sauce based on which hot sauce you use. There's 100 different hot sauces out there. Choose one that you like, add an equal part to it, and rock on. If you want a sauce to be a little bit hotter, use a hotter carbonara sauce. If you don't want it to be so hot, use a little less of a hot sauce, maybe the Red Hot or the Texas Pete or whatever's popular. And the cool thing about this particular sauce extension is not only is it a great sauce, not only have you brought a good solid spice to the sauce, but if you like chicken wings, this is the one right here. So in a matter of 10 minutes here, we have made 2 completely different sauces, completely different ways to go, and all we've done is made extensions. We've extended what's going on with 2 simple ingredients, and they're fantastic. This is the easiest way right here. Use a good solid base like Kraft Original Barbecue Sauce and add whatever it is that you want to add to it. Add whatever reflection you want to add to it. Makes a great, great sauce. Great for pulled pork, great for ribs, great for chicken. Spreads easy. cooks easy. Kraft barbecue sauce is hearty. It stands up to the heat. It doesn't have a lot of sugar in it, so it doesn't burn. It's just a wonderful sauce to use as a base. Make sure you stop over to the Kraft booth. See Neely over there, and she'd be glad to go ahead and take your orders. 2 cases, get a football today. What a great idea. Thank you very much. I think we're about done.